Hello, happy Tuesday. Let me see if this is working. I'm always like, maybe I'm gonna be in the wrong page. So let's, feel free to drop a heart or a comment or a woo or whatever, so we can get this party started as you guys are jumping on live. I'm really excited to talk with you all today. This is gonna be a fun topic. One of my very favorite things to talk about is social media, and I'm so excited to share what is working well. Yay, it looks like people are joining. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Brenda. Ooh, 2 Lindsays, 3 Lindsays. Brittany, yay. Okay, perfect. Love to see all of these people jumping on. So I will jump right into this and get started. So for those of you that I don't know, my name is Kacia Fitzgerald, and I'm the founder of Team Fit Foundation, and I have been coaching since January of 2014. And I absolutely love this business, but I think I have a different type of insight. I'm gonna give you a tiny bit of backstory, and then I'm gonna give you some details of what's working for me, because I know that's what you guys are here for. So backstory is I started as a discount coach, and I didn't really have the intention of actually building a business. I loved my job, like loved my job, my salary, everything that was involved in my job. So I wasn't really looking for another full-time job. I wasn't drawn into this business by the life by design type of mindset. So I've been very intentional about how I actually build my business, where I'm actually not even necessarily leading with life by design. I'm leading with part-time coaching. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about some nitty-gritty specifics in social media and how I talk about the business, as well as give you a little bit of backstory and kind of like an insight into the process flow of what I'm doing now that is working to sign up challengers and to sign up coaches that want to build a business on their terms. So what's working for me is these 3 things, and they always have. Being very intentional, because I built a lot of my business while working a 50-hour plus week back in my days when I worked at Google. Exclusively talking to my niche person and purposely not talking to anyone that doesn't fit that particular niche. And then really talking about the business. Like, I definitely lead with the business more than I lead with fitness. So hopefully this will give you a little bit of insight into kind of how I do things, and maybe some of these will be tangible things that you can take and implement into your business too. So for those of you guys in this group that are also working a full-time job or potentially are stay-at-home moms and just trying to balance a lot, I'm really big on being intentional and being very proactive in your business. If you have goals for this to be, $500 a week, $1,000 a week, or beyond that, then you have to be very, very intentional about being proactive about social media. So one little tip that I've always done that's worked really well for me is Sunday nights, I would be very proactive and I would map out my week. I would sit down with my boyfriend and I would say, okay, he's a full-time student at NYU Dental. So we'd be like, okay, what do you have going on school-wise? What do I have going on work-wise? What time do I actually have to work on my business? I also was very, very intentional about also unplugging. So I would proactively block, and I tell my coaches to do this like all the time, to proactively block out time that I literally will not touch my phone. My phone will be in a different room. I'm very present with whatever it is that I'm doing right in front of me, which means I find a lot more joy in the business because I'm also away completely from the business during certain parts of days. So I think that's really important when you're mapping out your schedule and you're getting very intentional about when am I actually gonna do my business and what are the different topic areas that I might talk about proactively. If you were looking to have a large-scale business would have a marketing department, right? They would have an entire team of people whose sole job is to plan out the marketing game plan. Well, guess what? In Beachbody, you are your own business. Any of you guys that have Instagrams that say Beachbody Coach, like, you don't work for Beachbody. You're not a corporate employee of Beachbody. You are your brand. So Kacia Fitzgerald is my brand. So I get to decide what's important to me because what I post about is what I'm going to attract, okay? So number 1, being intentional and proactive. You've got to show up. Target doesn't just like close its doors when it gets into a fight with its husband, right? Like that's not a thing. You need to show up every single day. That being said, early on in my business, I made the decision that I was looking to attract a very specific type of person into my business, which is someone who had the bandwidth that I had. So they were working probably 50 hours a week, and they might even actually love their job. They were just lacking a little bit of fulfillment in their life, which is what would attract them to Beachbody. So I knew that person because I was that person. I was that person that had no idea how anyone would possibly post 3 to 5 times a day on social media. So honestly, from the very early stages, I never actually posted 3 to 5 times a day. That's different than what you're gonna hear a lot of coaches say, but again, I'm gonna share what's working for me and what makes sure that, what ensures that I find joy in this business and stay consistent. So when I mapped out weekly what I was gonna be talking about, I would pick like a morning post and a PM post and be very proactive about different topic areas of things that were important to me. So I like talking about relationships more than I like talking about fitness, but of course it's a health and fitness business, so I would have to find different times that I would plug in those times that I was gonna talk about fitness as well. So whatever it is that brings you joy in your life, I would encourage you to build your brand around the things that you actually enjoy talking about. I don't enjoy talking about nitty-gritty details of nutrition. So what does that mean? That I'm not gonna post about nitty-gritty details of nutrition because I don't get people that are reaching out to me that are connecting with me that are asking me very specific nutrition questions, because what you post is what you attract, right? So find what it is that actually brings you joy, and that's gonna be what you're gonna be talking about behind closed doors. I like talking about relationships, I like talking about travel, I like talking about fashion, I like talking about like just weird, quirky things that people do. So that's the stuff that I'm going to post about because, like I said, that's the stuff that I want to talk about. And if you find joy in this business, you're going to stay consistent, and that's what this business is. It's not a get-rich-quick thing. It's a consistency. Sorry, I live in downtown New York City, and there's like something crazy going on outside, which is why you hear sirens. But it's a consistency over time business, okay? So in addition, when you're talking to that person that you're envisioning in your head, this is not just about attraction marketing, but it's actually about joy, right? So if you're looking to find joy in your life and in your business, and you're looking to build this into a very sustainable business, you have to be extremely intentional with your business building activities, knowing that if you're posting only about Beachbody and you're posting only about killing your workouts, then no one connects with that. If it just looks like it's rainbows and butterflies in your business all day long, no one's gonna connect with you because they don't understand what kind of struggles are you going through, what can they connect with you about. And it's often really difficult for people to share a struggle that they're going through in terms of health and fitness, or they're looking for someone to support them. So don't be afraid to share those less than glamorous moments, as long as there's teachable moments that you can pull from it that can share and make it still positive, right? Here's the other thing with intention and with talking to your tribe is that you talk to your tribe in a way that your tribe would connect with. So I'm 28 years old, and a lot of my friends at this stage in their life are getting married or starting to have babies, and I'm going to bachelorette parties. Literally, my summers are consisting of tons of destination bachelorette parties. I know that my tribe or my niche person is going to look for a part-time type of business because they're stressed out that their credit cards are getting maxed out with destination bachelorette parties. If you're in a situation where you're a new mom and you're like, holy moly, like it's so crazy how much money I'm spending on diapers or baby clothes, or I didn't even know that cribs cost this much. Like, connect when you're leading with income or with the business, connect with the jargon that your tribe is going to understand. So I'm specifically leading when I'm talking about the business, I'm leading with what does my tribe actually care about? How are they feeling right now? They're feeling the exact same way that I'm feeling, right? They're the girls that are going to, I just did a post today, that are going to gain 5 to 10 pounds when they're really social with their girlfriends, right? So it's super, super important to remember that that attraction marketing piece is one part of it, okay? So attraction marketing is how a lot of us were taught early on in this business, or maybe you've just kind of heard about some of these different topic areas that I'm talking about. So what works for me now is taking that piece and then honestly just applying some good old-fashioned work to it, okay? So attraction marketing is really, really important in terms of being intentional, in terms of being proactive with your posts and your topic areas. Posting about what you want to talk about is what you're going to attract, right? So posting that content is very important. So now to take it one step further, when we're talking about the business, your main goal, or my main goal when I'm talking about the business, is to create curiosity and not raise resistance, right? I want to develop a connection with my tribe, with that girl that is who I was when I started Beachbody. So you will never see me bashing other MLMs. You will never see me bashing the corporate world, even though I used to work in the corporate world, right? You will never see me bashing other people's ideas or bashing people who make excuses, because you're going to alienate someone that you could have a potential connection with. So there's a way to be positive, but also sharing struggle. So I'd encourage you to think about your social media as a whole and say, am I posting about the things that I care about? Am I talking about the business? Am I only talking to my tribe? So those 3 areas. So now what I love is I actually, so like I told you guys at the beginning, I started running challenge groups in January of 2014. So for the first 2.5 years, 3 years of my business, I pretty much exclusively focused on my personal page on Facebook. I also had Instagram, but I wasn't really using Instagram to its full capabilities. So in the last 6 months, I've really started to gear all of my efforts towards Instagram, especially once Instagram stories were released. So what I love about Instagram is it takes that attraction marketing piece and it makes it even easier because of hashtags. Because I can use hashtags based off of brands that I like in terms of clothing, things that I would connect with, restaurants that I go to. I'm looking for girls that I'm going to connect with. So they're probably going to be 25 to 35-year-old females that are working in the corporate world. They like fashion, maybe they're a dog mom, they like to go out with friends. Their reason that they would be attracted to Beachbody is because while they're really happy, they're missing that fulfillment piece. So they might want to start a side business because they're missing that fulfillment piece, and maybe they want to pay off a little credit card debt because of their social life. So I am only talking to that person. Does that mean that other people come into my business that don't fit that niche? Of course. But think about how easy it is to be more intentional when you're using Instagram and using hashtags, right? That can be so powerful. So when you're making a list of hashtags, this is what I would encourage you to do, is make a list of hashtags of things that are important to you. Because again, what you post about is what you're going to attract, and what you're searching hashtag wise is who you're going to find and connect with. So I will specifically seek out people that are like live in downtown New York City or live in downtown Chicago and look like girls that I would want to be friends with. And I'm searching hashtags or searching locations. And then what I'm doing is I'm following them. I'm liking a few of their pictures and interacting with them, building an actual foundation of a relationship. And when they follow me back, then I'm sending them a message just to say like, hey, I see we have so much in common. I love your Chicago pics. So nice to connect with you. That would be like a non-Beachbody message or a hey girl message. And that's how I'm starting all of my conversations on Instagram. So it's taking things to the next level of actually doing the work rather than expecting that people are going to come to me just because of the marketing piece with social media, right? So I think what a lot of coaches run into is they forget that this business most people aren't going to come directly to you. You are going to have to go reach out to them. And I think where I've had an advantage in this business is I haven't gotten very good I have never done Facebook ads. I haven't built up a like page. I don't have a huge following on Instagram or Facebook. So I actually think that's served me a lot because I've been in the trenches trying to figure this out right alongside my coaches. So what I'm sharing with you guys is literally what I'm doing right now. I didn't rely so much on attraction marketing that I'm confused of what to do. What I'm doing is I'm doing exactly what I think you guys should do and what I teach my new coaches to do, which is building an actual connection with someone. There is nothing in this business that will replace, no matter how good your posts are, no matter how many likes you get on your posts, nothing can replace the actual conversation starting. And here's the thing, if you love that, if you love talking to people, if you love building real relationships, you guys, this business is gonna blow your mind because you actually, like, you get paid to actually just talk to people that you connect with, build a relationship with them, invite them to be a coach on your team or a challenger. And guess what? It's so much easier to invite them because you know them, you connect with them. You can see their last, 9 posts on Instagram and you're like, oh, they're a mom too. Or for me, they're a dog mom too. They live in a big city. Oh, they're into fashion. Oh, they maybe did a 5K or something. Then I can authentically invite them over social media through Instagram because I know something about them and it's super easy, right? honestly, I made the decision to be very proactive about moving a little bit away from Facebook personal page and to Instagram, because I felt like if I feel that Facebook is overwhelming for me in terms of political posts and groups that I'm added to that I didn't consent to be added to and random friend requests, if I felt that way, you better believe my target market feels that way, right? But I don't feel that way on Instagram. I'm not getting random people that are messaging me. I'm not getting added to groups that I didn't get asked to be added to. Instagram makes it a little bit easier. And I'm like, okay, well, if I feel that way, of course my target market's gonna feel that way. So I'm gonna go where they feel more comfortable. So for me, that decision was going to Instagram. So when I'm actually inviting that person, real quick process flow. I know I'm kind of going on tangents here and I'm not really going off of notes. So when I'm actually inviting someone to join my group, the way that I'm doing it is when they follow me back, I'm sending them a message and I'm adding them to my tracker. If you guys think it would be helpful, comment below and I can drop my my tracker for you, a screenshot of it. So I add them to my tracker and then I add the date that they were contacted, and then I'll go back to those people that I've sent a hey girl message or broken the ice with, and then I'll invite them to a challenge group. And because these people are someone that I really connect with in terms of I found them through hashtags, then I know that they're gonna like something that I would like. And I loved Beachbody even before I knew that I had the opportunity to build this into a full-time multiple six-figure business, right? I loved Beachbody just because I loved the idea of getting to help people and having this as a fun side thing. So you best believe that other people are going to enjoy that too, right? So I do think it's really important that you don't let fear of not knowing the process flow or not being able to find your footing right away hold you back from starting. Because honestly, the best way to get good at something is literally to start. You don't have to be good at anything in this business to start. In fact, you should see my very first challenge group invites, my very first messages and my posts on Facebook. Sometimes I look back at them on this day and I'm like, ooh. But guess what? That's how you grow. Can you imagine where you're gonna be in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years if you consistently are growing and learning, even if this is a side business and you have no intention of this turning into a huge organization or business for you? That's totally fine. But think about the person that you'll be if you learn and adapt, which means Facebook changed. There's a lot more network marketing companies on Facebook. So me being someone that likes to learn and wants to grow and wants to connect with my people, I'm moving to Instagram and I'm loving it. And it's so much fun. If I'm having fun, you best believe that I'm gonna do more work. So if you're catching yourself and you're saying I don't get this, I don't know why this is working, I would encourage you to start, because you will never be great at this unless you start doing it. And the only way to get better is with practice, which means if you can't find a hashtag, start making a list of things that you like. I mean, literally down to brands. This is, actually, I don't even know what this is. This is Target, I think. Target, Lululemon, Fabletics. I would balayage in my hair. Literally random hashtags of things that you can connect with. Keep it super, super simple. Make a list of those and then start to play around with it. And understand that if you go into this with expectations that you're gonna be perfect at this from the get-go, you're setting yourself up for failure. Go into this with the excitement that you're an entrepreneur. You have your very own business. You have goals of making your business a diamond ring business. You better run towards something that's working. If what you're doing right now is not working, why would you do the same thing over and over and over again, expect different results, right? So I will tell you, this is working for me. Instagram stories, it is working for me because I'm not afraid to learn as I go and share what I'm learning as I'm in it. So what I'm telling you guys is exactly what I'm doing. Someone follows me, I send them a message. I add them to my tracker. I invite them to my challenge group. When we're talking about my challenge group, if I think they would vibe with the community, which every single girl that I'm connecting with on Instagram, I think would vibe with the community, I offer them a coach membership or a challenger membership. And I tell them they're gonna be treated as the same in a challenge group, and then they can make the decision if they wanna actually coach. And that's what I'm doing now. And honestly, it's super fun and I'm having a great time. So if you're going to build this business and you want to be a diamond rank coach, I would challenge you to, instead of spending all of this time thinking about it, just go do something, because action is going to be the solution. And inaction breeds fear and all this other nasty stuff in your head. And truth of the matter is, you're gonna see what works. You're gonna see when you find that person that you connect with, they're out there waiting for you. There are literally hundreds of girls that I've talked to in the last couple of weeks that don't even know what Beachbody is. So the Beachbody is not saturated. This business opportunity is better than ever. You just need to be intentional about what's going to get you where you want to go. Well, maybe if what you're doing isn't working, change it up. Try something new. Find joy in the journey. Find joy in the process, not just what the process produces. You're all gonna go diamond if you simply decide, but you've got to take action to get you there. So hopefully some of those tips help. I know I went on a little bit of a tangent in terms of mindset, but social media and attraction marketing is one piece of it. Action is everything. So look up those hashtags, message all of your current followers, go reach out to those people, and don't be afraid of them thinking you're salesy. Instead, be afraid of you holding back because you're scared. I think that's more selfish than inviting someone. If you have an opportunity that could bless someone else's life like it's blessed your life enough that you would pay $25 to show up and be in this group and learn how to grow your business, you pay that forward because someone out there needs you being exactly who you are, showing up authentically and asking them to join you, okay? You can do this. I'm so excited for you. I hope this helps. I couldn't see comments because my phone's not really working, but I will answer any questions that you have. Feel free to tag me in a comment below. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Kick some butt, and I will talk to you guys soon. Mwah.